If you're not familiar with Powerhouse Lithium batteries, you're in for a treat today. They make hands down some of the best lithium batteries in the world. And in this video, I am pleased to announce the release of the brand spanking new 48 volt lithium line from Powerhouse. Let's jump into these because it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. So like I was saying in the intro, Powerhouse Lithium Battery Company, awesome people to deal with. They really spend a lot of time and effort into making sure they put out a quality product. And us and all of our customers that have used them have been super pleased with them. Their warranty is great. They're just an awesome company to deal with. Can't say enough good things about them. They're well known for their 12 volt, 16 volt, 24 and 36, your typical battery voltage. But last year we reached out to them and we're like, hey, are y'all gonna make a 48 volt battery at some point in time? Because that's kind of the way that the electric outboard world works, is 48 volt. It's kind of a thing. You need to make a battery. So the development team over at Powerhouse took my request and they kind of looked at what was out on the market, some things that were great and some things that were not so great, and they were like, hold my beer. We can make a better 48 volt battery. And not only did they make one really awesome 48 volt battery, they came out with two. And I got both of them. We're going to talk about them here today. So let's start with the big boy of the show. This is the brand new 48 volt, 173 amp hour Powerhouse lithium battery. You heard that right, 173 amp hours. That's a lot. And if you're one of those weirdos that only reads everything in watt hours, that's, let's see, 8,304 watt hours. No, I didn't do that conversion in my head. I memorized it for the video. You're welcome. Great amount of power, got you plenty to get you a full day on the water, and then some with some of these 48 volt outboards these days that have a lower power output. Ryan is currently running one of these on his tournament boat, and he can almost get 2 full tournaments out of one of these on his Navy 6. Pretty impressive. The operating voltage on this is going to be 48 all the way up to 54.7 volts. It's going to be your nominal voltage range, so it's suitable for any of the 48 volt electric outboards out on the market. And if you got a 48 volt golf cart, this is also a great option for you as well. It has a continuous amp rating of 250 amps. That means it can constantly put out 250 amps. That is what the BMS inside of this battery is built to handle. It has a peak discharge current of 500 amps for up to 10 seconds. Size and weight wise, it's larger compared to something like this, but it's not as big as some of the other lithiums in the 48 volt range that are out on the market now. Total weight is 116 pounds, and the case size is 25 inches from end to end here. It is 9.5 inches from front to back, and it is about 8.5 inches from top to bottom. It comes with carrying handles on each end. It's even at 115 pounds, I can manage this thing by myself. Over here on the end, you've got your positive and negative terminals. They are both M8, so you use regular like a 3/8 inch ring terminal for those. It is waterproof, so completely safe for use in a marine environment, and quality is outstanding. Nothing but grade A premium LP4 cells go into this, and backed by a 5-year warranty. It's a great value of a battery right here. One of my favorite things about this battery, well, not only this battery, but this one too, is the Powerhouse Lithium app. The app is super user-friendly and awesome to have. You can log into the battery, you can see your state of charge, you can see how many amps you're pulling, you can see whether it's hooked up to the charger, you can check how many watts you're pulling while you're actually running. It's just an all-around great app. And I highly doubt you'll ever need it, but if you do, the app comes in really, really handy for warranty cases. If there's ever a problem with the battery, just log into the app, go to the sell page, take a screenshot of it, send that over to Powerhouse, and they will process your warranty. You don't have to have 47 phone calls and talk to somebody in Durkistan. Everything is handled right here in good old US of America. And as a little bonus, they include a all aluminum powder coated battery tray in the package. Comes with it. Pretty cool. They also offer a 48 volt waterproof battery charger. This one is 18 amps. It plugs into a standard 110 volt outlet at your house. Very, very simple to use. Great quality charger. Now, not everybody needs a really large 48 volt battery setup in their boat or in their golf cart, which is why we have its little brother over here, the 32 amp hour. Now, this little guy over here comes in really, really handy in a couple of different scenarios. If you have a boat setup where you can't fit one of these big batteries in there, or you have a weight distribution issue where you need to move some of the battery weight around, that's where these little 32 amp hour batteries are really, really awesome. You can connect up to 8 of these 32 amp hour batteries in in parallel to make as big a battery pack as you want. And you don't have to have them all in one compartment like you do with this battery. You can spread them out throughout the boat and help your weight distribution a lot. With them being a smaller and more compact size, you got a lot more places that you can fit these in your boat, underneath your console, inside smaller hatches, underneath your deck. This fits a wider variety of boating applications because of its smaller and compact size, and it's not as much weight. This one comes in at 32 pounds. The sizing on this is 10 1/4 inches long this way. It is 7 inches from front to back, and it is 9 3/4 inches tall. Now these batteries come with a continuous amp draw of 120 amps, which is compatible with most of the electric outboards in the 48 volt range out on the market right now. But if you need more amp draw, all you have to do is just add a second battery. The amp draw will split across the two evenly and give you a total of up to 240 amps on 2 batteries. You add another battery, you add another 120 amps, and so on and so forth. What's really attractive about this battery is the price. Probably one of the best priced 48 volt batteries out on the market. This is a great budget friendly battery if you are just getting started in the electric outboard world. I know electric outboards can be expensive, and a big battery like this can in some cases be more expensive than the outboard itself. So if you're on a budget and you want to get into an electric outboard and you can afford the outboard but you can't afford a big battery like this right now, a smaller battery like this 32 amp hour gives you the option to buy 1 or maybe 2 just to get you started. It won't hurt your bank account too much all at once, and then later on down the road you can build your battery pack as you go. You can ask for one for your birthday from all your friends. Maybe they'll pitch in and grab you one, or when you get all that Christmas money coming in, you can go purchase you another one. You can build this battery pack up as large as you want, up to 8. You're not having to fork out all that money in an initial investment in a bigger battery like this, and you kind of do it as your budget allows. Now, if you're an e-propulsion owner, this battery is approved for use by e-propulsion. Now on the Navy side of things, if you're running a Navy 3, you can run one of these batteries and it will run a Navy 3 just fine. On a Navy 6, you can run it with one of these batteries, but you have to remember that the max output on a Navy 6 is 125 amps, and the max output on a single battery is 120 amps. So it will still run on a Navy 6. You'll just need to go into your power limit settings if you're only going to run one of these batteries and bring your power down to about 90% so that you don't go over the BMS rating of this particular battery. Now, if you run 2 of these batteries, it's not a problem at all. You put 2 of them in parallel, you got a total amp draw rating of up to 240 amps, so no problem there. You're way over what e-propulsion needs on a Navy 6. Now, if you have an e-propulsion Spirit 1.0 Plus or a 1.0 Evo, this is the go-to battery. There's no reason to look at any other battery. 32 amp hours. This is larger than the 26 amp hour e-propulsion Spirit battery. It is quite a bit cheaper, and if you want to use the Powerhouse adapter cable, you can hook this up to your battery, and this will plug right into your Spirit motor and allow you to run this battery with no problem. And not to mention, the battery's cheaper than the Spirit battery, and this cable is half the cost of what e-propulsion charges for their version of this. So same thing, kind of a no-brainer. But what makes it really nice is you're not limited to that battery up on top of the Spirit outboard. You can put this inside your boat, move it around, put it where it makes the most sense for you, put it out of the way underneath your deck. It's almost like this thing was like just made for a Spirit. This is a great option for Spirit owners. Now, aside from weight and cost and all the other differences that we've talked about in these 2 batteries, on the 32 amp hour, there's one thing to keep in mind. Because of the small and compact size of the 32 amp hour battery, Powerhouse had to do a higher voltage output on their cells in order to get the maximum performance out of this battery. Bigger battery, the 173, your nominal voltage is going to be 54 volt. Over here on the 32 amp hour battery, the voltage is a little bit higher. It's 58.4. It still runs all of your 48 volt electric outboards just fine. There's no problem with that. The difference in the nominal voltage comes down to the charger. To get the best charging capabilities out of this, you need to use a charger that is 58.4. Powerhouse has one. We have one. You can buy them from us. But you need to hit that 58.4 volt range in order for this to be at its full capacity. Now, with that being said, if you already own a 48 volt charger that is, the nominal output voltage is 54 volts, you can still use it, and it will still charge this battery. And it'll get it up there. It won't charge it all the way, but it'll get it pretty well. But in order for this thing to get completely charged, it has to hit that 58.4 volt mark. So if you don't already own a nominally voltage 54 volt charger, it's best to just go ahead and buy the 58.4 volt charger when you buy this battery. And just like its big brother, the 32 amp hour, also waterproof, has that really cool BMS with the Bluetooth feature. You can log into the app and you can check all the battery parameters, see how many amps you're pulling, how many watts you're pulling, what your state of charge is. is. You can tell when the charger is actually on or when it's done charging. The app is just awesome. Can't say enough good stuff about it. And it also carries the same 5-year warranty that the big battery does. So if you are interested in purchasing either one of these, you can visit us at tinyboatnation.net. I've got a link down in the description box below to both of these batteries. I've also got a link for the Spirit battery cable connector if you're wanting to use that, as well as the chargers for both of these batteries. And we've been using these for a while. We helped with the research and development and demoing process of these batteries. Can't say enough good stuff about them. Ryan's running one of these. One of the guys that works here at the shop, Joe, is running one of these in his boat. 4 of these that I've been playing around with on a bunch of different Spirit motors. I can't say enough good stuff about them. This is your premium top dog, big bad 48 volt 173 amp hour battery. If you got the space in your boat and you can afford this, buy it. Now if you're on a budget but you still want a top quality battery, or if you're in one of those situations like we talked about earlier, you need to spread some weight around in your boat, or you want to just start out with one battery and kind of build your packs along as you go, this 32 amp hour battery, awesome for those applications. At this point, I can't find a reason to buy a Spirit battery if you're going to buy a Spirit, or if you already own a Spirit and you're wanting to get a bigger battery pack. Like, this just makes sense. So if you have any questions for us, you can leave them down in the comment section below, or you can go down in the description of this video. All of our contact info is there. Our Georgia store tries to keep these in stock as best we can. It's kind of hot season right now, and everybody's picking them up as soon as we get them in. You can order these online, have them shipped to your door, or if you want to order online and pick up here at the Georgia store, you are more than welcome to do that. Also, huge shout out to Powerhouse Lithium for actually listening to us and coming out with these batteries. We've really enjoyed them. Their customer service has been phenomenal. Can't say enough good stuff about them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now go buy you a battery.